Hey guys, so I want to show a quick demo for the blog article generator, and I'm going to go over real quick how it works. So right here in the interface, we have a few sections here. We have our create your blog section. This is where we'll put in our inputs to create our blog. Once the blogs have finished generating, we can see them right beneath here. They'll pop up under the generated blog section. We have our scheduled blog, so if we want to schedule it out in advance, this is where we can see it on a calendar view, and then our published blogs down here. Once they are uploaded to our website and published, they will fall down here. So how does it work? Well, for this example, I want to show you how I want to talk about a specific topic within digital marketing, specifically digital marketing for beginners. Now, as you can see right here, I created a blog before, digital marketing with no experience, which I'll show you how that comes into play in just a second. So for this next article, I'm going to type in something that surrounds that. So I'm going to do digital marketing for beginners. Now, you can get these keywords or ideas by going to something like answerthepublic.com, using a keyword research tool, or maybe just coming up with the ideas yourself or ChatGPT. So once we have that, we can click open, and I can simply just create the blog here. But there are a few other options that I have that I can play around with prior to sending it off and being generated. So what we have right here is our paragraph section right here. Now it's set to the default of 5. Now, just to let you know, this does not include the introduction or conclusion. So this is around 300 words per section. So for this one, I'm just going to set this one, instead of 5, I want to do 4. Then we have our internal link section right here. So let's say you are creating multiple blogs around a similar subject. You can include that internal link here, so you can interlink them and have an internal section to help with your SEO. So for this example, let me grab this one down here. Can you break into digital marketing with no experience? That's an article I created before. And let me just go back to that blog I was generating and paste that in here. Then we have the tone. So if I wanted to change the tone up a little bit, I could say I want this to be from the expert of a digital marketing expert. So tone is a digital marketing expert. And then finally, down here, our keyword for stock images. So it's going to pull 2 stock images once we do generate the blog. So if I wanted to put a different keyword in here, I could. If this was for a different subject, if I was talking about something like vacation, maybe I'd put in a section for a beach or something like that. But for this, I'm just going to keep it generic and say it's people working in an office. So once that is finished, I can go ahead and click create blog. Now it's going to go ahead and create that blog in the background. And in just a little bit, it'll pop up here, and I'll return in just a second. So our blog article has finished generating. So what I could do now is just click into the blog and do any last revisions before I send it off to my website, or if I want to schedule it out. Now, as you can see here, it generated a title, is digital marketing for beginners hard? It's including our keyword digital marketing for beginners, so that's good. We also have our images right here. We generated 2 images for the website, one for the featured image, one for an alt image, just an extra image we want to add to that. And then we have our blog introduction here. We have our content, which is the body of the blog, and then we have our conclusion and meta description. As you can see here, since I included the internal link, it added that down below, along with some external links to some other websites. It's summarizing some of that content and then including that in the blog. So it'll have an external link to reference that, which also helps with SEO. Now, if I wanted to do something like maybe add some bullet points to this just to help with readability, I can go ahead and add a bulleted list right there. And I would say this is pretty good to go. Now, if I wanted to change any of the images out, I can go up here and I can select the status, and I can say, let's generate a new stock hero image. So you could do the same thing for the alt image as well if you wanted to switch that out. But now our hero image has changed. So we have a new image of someone working. But let's say I wanted to do an AI image instead. I could click generate a new AI hero image. So this will take a little bit longer, but it will generate. So I'll get to that in just a second. But let's say we want to schedule a blog out. We can come over to the schedule section and just click a date on the calendar. So let's say I want to do something for Friday on the 29th. And I can come back here and see on the calendar itself, I see that the blog is scheduled for this date on the 29th. Now I have it set up for 10 a.m. Eastern time. You can set this for whatever time you want, but as you can see here, it'll automatically shoot off at that date on that time. So we can come back here You can see our AI hero image. Pretty interesting image that it generated. But after that, after we're happy with all of our content that was produced, we can go ahead and just click post to blog. And you can see the status change is post to WordPress. And in just a second, you'll see published. And then after it's published, we'll have a few seconds go by, which will generate the link for us. And it'll pop up in just a second. And now we have our generated blog. And I can click on here and see everything uploaded to my WordPress and in the format that I like. So that was a quick demo for how the blog article generator works. Thank you.